Привет! Данный курс скачан с сайта SuperSliv.biz. На сайт ежедневно добавляются топовые материалы от крутых авторов и лучших онлайн-школ. Если вы житель России, то на сайт можно попасть, если включить VPN. Если все же вы не знаете, что такое VPN, или не хотите его использовать в работе, то на сайт можно попасть через актуальную ссылку. Она находится по адресу supersliv.co. Итак, резюмируем. Жителям России обязательно включать VPN для доступа к supersliv.biz. А те, кто не умеет или не знает, что такое VPN, используйте актуальное зеркало supersliv.co. Заходите на сайт удобным для вас способом и получайте крутой контент ежедневно.
Welcome in the course, and first of all, thank you. You have made the right decision. My name is Arnie, and in this course you learn everything about local AI. So how to run LLMs and diffusion models locally, and how you can make automations and AI agents, everything on premise, 100% secure. The course is really big, and that's why we start with a course overview. But before we do this, I need to give you a tip. I would recommend you to increase the speed of these videos. You can go up until 2x in this platform, and this has some benefits. First of all, of course, you can take the whole course faster. But second and most importantly, you will learn more if you increase the speed, and I will tell you why. Your brain has only one switch. It's either on or off, and if it's off, you're basically like that, and you don't want to be that inside the course. But jokes aside, you can really learn more. Because like I told you, your brain is always at 100% capacity, and if the capacity gets not used on this specific task, your brain will start to think other stuff in the meantime. Maybe you know this. You start to read a book, you try to watch a video or something similar, you try to learn something, and then you think other thoughts randomly in the background. You start to think, I should go into the gym today. Or what should I eat? Or maybe I should walk the dog, and so on. This only happens if your brain has not enough to do with the task that you give your brain. So please use the right speed for you. Some people like the normal speed, but other people think that I speak a bit too slow and they increase the speed. It's important that you find the right speed for you so that your brain is only at this specific task, and then you will learn more. And now we need to do a course overview because the course is big. Here on the left side, I told you welcome, obviously with an AI generated image. And on the right side you find the content. Then I will explain you all the links and workflow downloads. And if you see something like resources, you can always download these things. And after this I want to give you immediately 2 quick tips. So how to find the best AI models. Here you find open source and closed source models so that you are always up to date. And next, a quick introduction into Pinocchio. This makes it extremely easy to run software locally on your machine completely for free without installing Python or without messing to CUDA or something else. In the next section we need to do a deep dive into hardware, LLMs and diffusion. You need to understand all these basics. First of all, why local AI? So what are the advantages and the disadvantages? Next, what hardware is required? We talk about RAM, VRAM, CPU and GPU for LLMs and diffusion models. And if you have an Apple machine without a separate GPU, we talk about the hardware right here. Next, we take a closer look in diffusion models. So how are diffusion models trained exactly? Then we do the same thing for LLMs. As soon as you understand the basics, we go into section 3. And here we start to use immediately some LLMs locally with Ollama. First, the Ollama fundamentals. So how you can install it, how you find the right models for you, and what commands you can use in the terminal. Then we will take a closer look at the Ollama app, and we need to talk about prompt engineering for LLMs. Then we talk about vision. This means image recognition or OCR, so optical character recognition. Then we talk about function calling and tool use, basically how LLMs can ask for help. We talk about the test time compute with some reasoning models, then a brief introduction into RAG with embeddings in Ollama, and we need to talk about quantization of LLMs and diffusion models. Maybe you saw from time to time FP16, BF16, Q8, Q4 or GGUF models. You will understand in detail what all of this means and what models are the right models for your hardware. In section 4 we talk about anything LLM, LM Studio, and your first RAG applications. First, you need to understand the RAG in detail. This means that you need to understand vector databases, embeddings, top-k results, chunking, and retrieval augmented generation as a whole. Then I will show you how you can optimize RAG with perfect data preparation. We need to talk about the anything LLM basics, so how you can integrate OLAMA and how you can optimize chunking for your embeddings. As soon as you understand everything, we will create our first local RAG application. We will control the behavior by system prompts, the top-k results, similarity searches, memory and temperature, a quick overview of the agent capabilities, and then all the LM Studio basics with GPU offload. In section 5 we start with diffusion. This means we will create pictures locally on our machine. First, an overview of the most important tools like Forge, Focus, Swarm UI, Automatic 1111 and Conf UI. And then we will install immediately Git and Conf UI, because Conf UI is the greatest tool of them all. We will install the Conf UI manager. Then I will show you the Conf UI basics, so how you can generate images with the right workflows, how the interface works, and how the Zeet works in detail. I will show you additional workflows and API integrations. We will run Stable Diffusion XL locally, and you will understand JSON workflows. We will do a deep dive into prompt engineering for all the diffusion models. I will show you control nets and Qwen image edit. Next, you need to understand LoRa. This means low rank adaptation, so how you can train your own diffusion model. Then a brief introduction into Flux before we train our own Flux LoRa. If you can create really cool pictures, obviously you should upscale them. And I will show you OpenArt, where you can find a lot of cool workflows. In section 6 we talk about video generation. First I will show you how you can generate videos with APIs inside of Conf UI, and also how you need to write your prompts. Then we will create videos locally, obviously with Conf UI, and we will use a lot of different WAN models. And if you hate Confi, I will show you FramePack. In section 7 we talk about AI audio, because diffusion can do more than just pictures and videos. First I will show you how you can transcribe your spoken words with Whisper. Then we do it vice versa, and we use a local text-to-speech solution. And you can even do voice cloning. And lastly we will generate some AI music locally. In section 8 we start with agentic AI and AI automations, and we use n8n. First, the global installation of n8n with Node.js and the interface. I will show you all the n8n basics. This means triggers, actions, nodes, models, MCP and more. Then we will install Docker Desktop. Inside of Docker we will install Supabase. Next we will create a RAG agent with n8n, Supabase, metadata and OLAMA. This is a really cool lecture. I will show you also how you can use these workflows inside of n8n. Next we need to use SQL tables with Supabase and n8n. We will make some email automations with SQL and n8n. You need to understand how you can write perfect system prompts, and I will give you a lot more possibilities that you can do with n8n. In section 9 we talk about special workflows. First I will explain what MCP servers are and how you can make servers and clients with n8n. Next we will use LM Studio as a front-end for n8n, and we do this via the Model Context Protocol. Then we will connect Conf UI to n8n to automate image and video creation. I will show you in detail how sub workflows work in n8n, and once again we will use LM Studio as a front-end, this time to trigger Conf UI. Next I want to show you Open Web UI. This is a front-end that looks like ChatGPT, but obviously it runs locally. I will show you the interface and how you can install it with Docker. I will show you all the basics in action, how you can use Open Web UI even as a front-end for n8n AI agents and automations. Then we talk about HTTP requests. This means you can also integrate APIs if you want to. We will talk about optical character recognition as an automation, so you can extract data from PDFs, from invoices, from images and a lot more. I will show you a lot more possibilities and creative ideas. And we talk briefly about fine-tuning your own LLM. Is it really worth it? Section 10 is a Flowwise crash course. But make no mistakes, this is a cool section. First I will show you the difference between LangGraph, LangChain and Flowwise. Then we will install Flowwise locally with Node.js. We will install Postgres locally with Docker and use this as a vector database. Next we will assert data in our Postgres vector database, and we will include a record manager. After our vector database is perfect, we will create a local RAG agent with Flowwise, Postgres and OLAMA. And I will give you a lot more ideas and inspiration what you can do with AI agents and Flowwise. Section 11 is the last section, but make no mistake, this is important, because we need to talk about security. First, some common challenges in AI systems. Then we talk about data protection and security, even with local AI. I will show you an example of a misbehaving MCP server. We do a deep dive into tool poisoning, MCP rug pulls and other security risks. You will understand the common attacks on LLMs like jailbreaks, prompt injections and data poisoning. And I will show you how you can work legally. And in order to do this, you need to understand the open source licenses, like the MIT license, the Apache 2.0 license and a lot more. And the last lecture is a big recap of the entire course and a big thank you. Thank you, just like I want to tell you right now, because you give me your most valuable asset, your time. Everybody on this earth has just limited time and you decided to spend your precious time with me. Thank you for that and I'll see you obviously in the next video. If there are new exciting updates in the open source world, I will of course include these updates in this course. You can also reach me by mail if you think that I should include new resources or new lectures. So feel free to reach out. My goal is that you have a perfect course and that you understand everything about local AI. And I am sure we will reach this goal together. See you in the next one.
Привет! Данный курс скачан с сайта SuperSliv.biz. На сайт ежедневно добавляются топовые материалы от крутых авторов и лучших онлайн-школ. Если вы житель России, то на сайт можно попасть, если включить VPN. Если все же вы не знаете, что такое VPN, или не хотите его использовать в работе, то на сайт можно попасть через актуальную ссылку. Она находится по адресу SuperSliv.co. Итак, резюмируем. Жителям России обязательно включать VPN для доступа к SuperSliv.biz. А те, кто не умеет или не знает, что такое VPN, используйте актуальное зеркало SuperSliv.co. Заходите на сайт удобным для вас способом и получайте крутой контент ежедневно.